What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And I do want to just start off by saying I apologize for not uploading these last, I guess, 3 weeks or something now. Yeah, I'm not even gonna make any excuses. I just haven't gotten around to making a video. But yeah, so we're going to be doing mock draft 1.0. I hopefully will be doing a mock draft maybe every other week or so. I'll probably actually next week do a mock draft though with trades, just for that. And then if I have time, I might make the Madden Mobile video tomorrow or today. And yeah, so I do want to also say before I start this, I am not in any way a like a college expert, like I don't watch hours of film, I'm not an NFL scout or anything, so just keep that in mind. If you want to make fun of me, make fun of me. I'm cool with it. Give me constructive criticism, but yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into this video. Oh gosh, there's so many ads on this website, but nonetheless, first overall pick. I'm not even going to take any time really on this. Trevor Lawrence, he's going to be the first overall pick. I mean, really, unless he dies, he's going to be the first overall pick. Second overall pick, sorry. This one, honestly, I think is fairly locked. I feel like Zach Wilson. I think the Jets actually did say the other day that they haven't 100% made their decision if they're moving on from Sam Darnold. So I don't want to make it seem like it's guaranteed, but I'd say there's a very high chance that Zach Wilson is taken there. If not, then I think it would be Penei Sewell. I don't see Justin Fields getting taken there. He would have to have an amazing rest of the offseason. With the third overall pick, this is, to me, when the draft really starts. And this is between three guys right now, which is Penei Sewell, Jamar Chase, and Jalen Waddle. I can take Jalen Waddle out, but we'll see how he does this offseason. But, I mean, really looking at it, I mean, they are former teammates, Tua and Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle is a amazingly fast wide receiver, and, I mean, I'd say he's, I don't know. Right now, I mean, I think Jamar Chase is the better receiver, and I would go with him above him, but I think it is closer than people think. But nonetheless, I mean, yes, they need to protect, they need to protect Tua, but, I mean, he needs weapons. So, we're going to go ahead and select Jamar Chase there. Honestly, I think Kyle Pitts has a possibility of being taken there, but I think it's going to be either Jamar Chase, Penei Sewell, or Jalen Waddle this offseason. I think that's going to be a big debate this offseason. With the fourth overall pick, we have the Falcons. And here, I mean, I've heard a lot of people say this, and I think it is true, though. The Falcons aren't going to be picking top 5. Most likely not soon. I don't want to guarantee it, obviously, but so I feel like they have to go ahead and take their quarterback of the future. Plus, I just want to spoil it and say that if they do take quarterback, it would be Justin Fields right now, at least. And that's who I'm going with right now. But I just think that's the perfect situation for Justin Fields to go ahead and learn behind Matt Ryan, who's, obviously an amazing quarterback. Not necessarily right now, but he's a great mentor. And then obviously he has great weapons there, so I think that's kind of the perfect situation for Justin Fields. Plus, I mean, I don't really see any cornerbacks, it probably would be cornerback, but any defensive players really that could go there in my eyes, so that's why I think that Justin Fields is going there. Fifth overall, once again, I mean, if Penei Sewell falls here, I really don't think that there's any question that he's not, or that it's not going to be Penei Sewell. So, yeah, I mean, they got to protect Joe Burrow. He is their franchise quarterback, and, he tore his ACL this year, so they got to make sure they can protect him. I know the weapons there aren't that, appealing, but, I mean, T. Higgins, I think, definitely can be a stud in the future. And then, obviously, they have a lot of cap, so I think they can get fairly big names, so that's why I'm having them take Penei Sewell there. Next, we have the Eagles. I don't want to, like, I'm sorry, but, like, unless, like, I don't know. Unless, like, Mac Jones or something has an unbelievable offseason, same with, like, Trey Lance or something, or Justin Fields, and he falls to them or something like that, I really don't think that, like, I'm tired of seeing people mock them getting a quarterback. I mean, they have Jalen Hurts, who had a pretty good rookie season with, like, pretty bad weapons and a bad offensive line. So I think, yeah, I think they got to give him weapons. And here, honestly, it's such a toss-up between Kyle Pitts and Jalen Waddle. And I think they have to go Kyle Pitts. I mean, the thought of Kyle Pitts and Dallas Goedert, and I mean, I guess if they keep Zach Ertz, I think they probably would go Jalen Waddle, but I think Zach Ertz will get traded, so that's why I'm doing that. I guess if Zach Ertz does stay, though, I can't imagine they would have 3 good tight ends, although Kyle Pitts is, obviously a great receiver that you can just, like, throw in at the wide receiver position. I can't see them doing that, but I think Zach Ertz will get traded, so I think they go him. Here at the Lions, they got Jalen Waddle on the board, so why not go ahead and take him? They got to get Jared Goff weapons. Here, I think they could go someone like, I'd say it wouldn't be impossible for them to go and get someone like Micah Parsons, although it would be kind of a reach here. I think, he's a good fit for them, but I think they got to get weapons for Jared Goff. And the defense, I mean, it's a young defense, so that's obviously good. And, yeah, they can get some guys in free agency, get some guys in the draft. So I think if Jalen Waddle falls there, they got to go ahead and pick him up. Next, we have the Carolina Panthers. Here, they've said Teddy Bridgewater's not their future, and I think that's true. I think he honestly probably will still stay around for another year, and that's why it's good for them to go in and take a quarterback, because you look at the 2 quarterbacks left, you have Trey Lance and Mac Jones, wherever the heck he is, there he is. And I think both of them are players. I mean, Mac Jones is actually pretty NFL ready, but I'm just saying, I mean, both of them are kind of, it'd be good for them to sit behind. So that's why I think they take quarterback here. I honestly think it's Mac Jones. I know, on this board, for example, I know he's 15 spots higher than Trey Lance, but, I mean, you actually watched at the Senior Bowl, he played under Matt Rule's offense, or Matt Rule's scheme, I guess I should say, and he played really well, and he's just been, he's really raw, and he's a really good player, I mean, nonetheless, and I just think sitting behind Teddy Bridgewater for a year or so, or maybe even just going into the starting role right away, I think he's going to be a great quarterback, and I think that would be the pick there. I think it definitely will be a conversation between Trey Lance and Mac Jones, but in the end, I think it's got to be Mac Jones. I know his athletic ability is not very good, but he's got a heck of an arm, and, he's pretty accurate as well. And, yeah, so I just think Mac Jones is going there. Ninth, the Broncos. Here, I think it's kind of a toss-up between Farley and Surtain, but I think it's going to be Farley just because he's more NFL ready. And the Broncos right now, I feel like I don't want to say win now mode, but they're kind of, like, they have a pretty solid team right now. Just last year they were mixed up with injuries. So, I mean, I don't want to say, I don't want to say they don't need, or, like, Surtain, I still think they could go him. I just think if they're both on the board here, I think they got to go Farley, just because he's more NFL ready. But I think that's a toss-up here. Cowboys, cornerback, big need. Surtain still on the board. Going to take Surtain there. 11, Giants here. I mean, I think they honestly could go Rashawn Slater here. You can see offensive tackle, though, is not really, like, it's a need, but it's not that big of a need. So here, I think they honestly go ahead and take Devontae Smith. If Daniel Jones is your franchise guy, you have to give him weapons. I mean, he just doesn't really have very good weapons. I think he has, yeah, I mean, his weapons aren't that good. They got Andrew Thomas last year, so I feel like the tackle position, I don't want to say locked in, but it's at least one of the tackles is pretty good, and then Nate Solder on the other side is pretty good as well, so I just think they got to get Daniel Jones some weapons. Here, the 49ers, cornerback is their biggest need, so that's why, I mean, if I was doing trades, I'd honestly have them trade out of this pick to around, like, the 15 area. But since we're not, I mean, as much as you can see, obviously, interior offensive line is a big need, and Rashawn Slater can play offensive guard. He's not that good at it, though. I mean, he's still good. I'm just saying, like, taking him with your 12th overall pick, I don't know if he be worth it. So that's why I know it's a little of a reach, but I think they go J.C. Horn here. Like I said, if I was doing trades, I'd have them trade out of this pick, but I just, cornerback's a big need. Richard Sherman most likely isn't coming back. Jason Verrett most likely isn't coming back, or if he does, he's getting up there in age. And they just need some young, quality cornerbacks, and J.C. Horn is just that. 13 overall, Rashawn Slater is still here. They got to protect Justin Herbert. That's why I think they're going him. Vikings here, with Trey Lance falling to here, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they went ahead and picked him. I mean, at this point, I think someone would have traded up and selected him, but obviously we're not doing trades. But nonetheless, edge is the biggest need. Although Danielle Hunter was out, I just don't think, they can't just ignore that need. And so that's why I have them going ahead and selecting Kwity Paye with the 14 overall pick. 15, I know the Patriots, I think they did, if I'm not mistaken, reach out and say that they have their franchise guy with Jarrett Stidham. But, I mean, I love Jarrett Stidham, but he just hasn't really shown greatness. I mean, obviously he's not going to hop in and throw 7 touchdowns in a game. But, I mean, he just really hasn't played that well. And I still think they could, go with him, don't get me wrong. But if Trey Lance is on the board still here, I think they have to go with him. And that's why I do think they go Trey Lance here. Cardinals. Running back is one of their bigger need. Cornerback, there's no cornerbacks really on the board right now that I would have them take. You can go ahead and look at the positions and you can see, cornerback, you could see Greg Newsome's up, Aaron Robinson, Eric Stokes, Asante Samuel. They are up there, but, none of them are really, I think they could trade out of this pick, but, yeah, I don't know. I don't think they would, do that. So, but you look, running back's a big need. Once again, I think they could trade out of this pick because I don't think Najee Harris is worth his 16 overall pick, and same with ETN. But you can see edge is a big need, and I really do think that is really a big need. Tackle, I think they could make the case for. They have, what's his name, on the big contract, so that's why they can't just ignore that. But yeah, so I think they gotta beef up that defense, and if there was still a corner, I'd take that, but with Micah Parsons falling to here, they gotta go ahead and take him. Raiders, 17th overall, they need linebacker help. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, sorry, I just said that wrong, but Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is on the board here still, and he really, honestly, is the perfect fit for the Raiders. I've seen so many people mock this, and I really do think that this is the perfect fit. They need linebacker really bad, and he's an all-around linebacker. He's a decent pass rusher, good pass coverage, and yeah, good run stopper. So I think they go ahead and take him there. Here, as much as I want them to go ahead and take Najee Harris and Travis Etienne, they gotta protect Tua. If he's gonna be their franchise guy, they went ahead and got weapons for him. Now I think they gotta go ahead, get a tackle for him, and that's why I think they go ahead and take Christian Darrisaw out of Virginia Tech. I know on this board he's lower than Samuel Cosmi, but I just think he's the better player. He did opt out, so, we haven't really gotten to see too much of him, obviously, this year. But, yeah, 19th overall here. They got to get Terry McLaurin a partner in crime, honestly, and you obviously let quarterback biggest need. No quarterbacks right now are worth the 19 overall pick. This is a team I definitely could see trade up and grab like Trey Lance or Mac Jones, but like I'm not taking Kyle Trask 19th overall. Tackle is a big need, and you have Cosme up there, but I just don't think they do that. They need to get a partner for Terry McLaurin if they want to help out that franchise quarterback. So that's why I go ahead and think they're going to draft Kadarius Toney. I know he's low on this board, but he's played so well. He's such a fast wide receiver. So I mean, the fact of having Kadarius Toney, of having Kadarius Toney and Terry McLaurin in the same offense is just deadly. They're both honestly similar to receivers. I think they could go ahead and grab Rashad Bateman here as well, but I think Toney's the better player. But here, 20th overall, whoever the franchise quarterback is, they got to protect him or they got to give him weapons. That's why here I think they could go tackle or wide receiver. You could see their needs there. But with Cosme being here still available, I think they got to go in and take Cosme here. So, Colts 21th pick here. I think they could go Tevin Jenkins with Costanzo retiring. But, I mean, that's kind of a little reach. I mean, not crazy reach, but it is kind of a reach. And they do have some needs defensively. So, yeah, I don't know. This is a pick that really I think could go a lot of ways. I think they could go wide receiver. I think they could go tackle. I think they could go pass rush. They could go cornerback. But in the end, they got to give Carson Wentz some weapons if they want his chance to be the franchise guy. And that's why I think they go ahead and take Rashad Bateman there. My Titans, 22nd overall here. I think I've seen so many people do this, and I do think it's going to happen. I'm putting Azeez Ojulari. I think I butchered that, but whatever, man. I think he's a great quality pass rusher. Titans need pass rush. Perfect fit. Jets, 23rd overall. This is the Seahawks pick. Here, I think they could go running back, and I honestly might do that, but they just, man, it's so tough, but I want to honestly go ahead and take Gregory Rousseau here, but they need running back. Najee Harris is still here. I think they can go ahead and take him. Steelers, 24th overall. They need running back as well, and ETN's still here. I think they go ahead and take him. Both these guys, I think, will go later. I think someone might overshoot for them. Jaguars, 25th overall. You could see tackle. I think they could go tackle and go ahead and get Tevin Jenkins. That'd be a pretty nice snag there. They could go Elijah Vera Tucker. It's not their biggest need, but it is a need. Cornerback there. Once again, no cornerbacks really available right now that I would take. Tight ends. I honestly would think it could be a possibility that they go ahead and take Pat Freiermuth out of Penn State. He's a stud, and I really do think, I don't see many people doing this, but I think he could go first round for sure. But in the end, they need safety help so bad, and that's why I go ahead and I think they're going to go and take the best safety in the draft, which is Trevon Moehrig. Alright, 26 overall, the Cleveland Browns. As much as, they could go wide receiver and take, Terrence Marshall. I think that'd be a fun pick for sure, and especially with Odell possibly getting traded this offseason. I just don't think that happens, and I think they really can't ignore the defense. Here, this is a toss-up for me between Gregory Rousseau and Nick Bolton. They need linebacker help. That's their biggest need, but Nick Bolton is, for me at least, lower on my board than Gregory Rousseau. So that's why I think they go ahead and take Gregory Rousseau. I mean, the fact of having Gregory Rousseau and Myles Garrett on the same line, because they're most likely not going to be getting back Olivier Vernon, that's just scary. I mean, those are both monsters, and Gregory Rousseau I definitely think could go higher than this for sure, but we'll see. Ravens 27th overall here. Can't ignore the fact that they need wide receiver help. I mean, I know defensively they could go edge for sure, with, Calais Campbell getting up in age, and then he doesn't really have a partner in crime. I definitely think they could do that, but they got to get Lamar Jackson weapons. I mean, I don't want to say if they want him to be their franchise quarterback, because I feel like, he kind of is their franchise quarterback, but they got to get him somebody, and Terrence Marshall, to me, fits in perfectly with the Ravens scheme. So, he's going to go there. Saints 28th overall here. I mean, I think this could go a lot of ways. They could go offensive line. They could go edge. And that's how that's what I'm having them do. I'm having them go Jalen Phillips here. Out of Miami, filled up Gregory Rousseau's role, this year. Very well, for sure. So, I think he's going to go there. Packers 29th overall. Here, they can't ignore the fact that they need offensive line help bad. Tevin Jenkins is still available here, and that's why I think they go and get the offensive tackle to be on the other side of David Bakhtiari. David Bakhtiari, is, he's going to obviously be the starting tackle for the Packers, or at least one of them, most likely left tackle. For a while, but he's still, he's, I guess, 29, I think, right now. So, you're going to need a quality young one, and you got to protect Aaron Rodgers, with him getting up in age. That's why I think they go him. Bills here, Elijah Vera Tucker is very tempting because, he's fallen this far, and you could see interior offensive line is a pretty big need, but you just can't ignore the fact that they need linebacker help really bad. Christian Barmore is also kind of tempting, but I think they go Nick Bolton here. Chiefs, Elijah Vera Tucker. Yeah, I mean, you just can't. As much as, yes, their defense isn't that great, I mean, watching the Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes had 0 time, and I just, they can't just ignore that, and with Elijah Vera Tucker falling to here, they go ahead and snag him. With the final pick in the first round to end this terrible mock draft, I think the Bucks go ahead, and they could go edge here and take Joseph Osai. I think that's definitely a possibility, but they could go Zaven Collins. He's a nice quality, he's a good pass rusher, and he's a good pass coverage linebacker, but Christian Barmore has fell here. You can see that's their second biggest need, and I just don't think they can ignore that. Let me know, guys, your thoughts about my mock draft. I have stuttered so much this mock draft. I definitely need to upload more, and then I'll stop stuttering so much. But, yeah, let me know your opinions down below. I feel like I did a pretty decent job. You can go ahead and look at all these picks here. But yeah, guys, hopefully I'll start posting more again, maybe 3 times a week or something like that. We'll see. If you guys want to know, though, when I'm uploading, go ahead and just follow my Instagram. It'll be down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.